Is my voice audible to you now? Okay. Yes. Okay. Audible, right? Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me know that my voice is audible now. Okay. Okay. Great. 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 How are you all doing? Let me know in the chat box. How is today's challenge? Were you able to start? Okay. Great. Wonderful. Okay. Very nice. So many of you have practiced it, right? Okay. Let me start the session by sharing the screen with you. So I hope my screen is visible to everyone, right? Okay, great. So I welcome each and every one of you for our day 3 of our 10-day detox challenge. So welcome back, and I'm so excited for this session. And let me recap, okay, what happened so far, okay? And just give me 1 second. Okay, so let me revise what happened so far. Okay, we started our detox challenge with the first detox technique called liquid detox, right? For the last 2 days, we have discussed about how liquids can help you detox the body, right? By eliminating all the toxins and the waste, right? We have seen 3 components of liquid detox. What are those? Number one, water, right? We have seen how water can be used as a detox technique, right? Drinking water throughout the day can help you to remove the toxins from the body. And we have seen yesterday, we have seen detox juice and detox tea, right? And before we start today's session, let us ground down, right? I request everyone to please close your eyes, sit straight, spine erect, gently close your eyes and be relaxed and take a deep breath. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Take another deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And let us seek the blessings of God or nature, whatever you believe in. Ask for strength to be able to overcome any obstacles that may come on our way as we are walking on this new journey of health, right? I want you to take another deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. I want you to gently open your eyes. Everyone, gently open your eyes. And I hope you are prepared for today's session. Have your detox journals ready and make lots of notes during the session. Anything you find interesting or any point you would like to remember, right? Just note them down. Because during these 10 days, do not be a spectator, right? Be an active learner. Because, my dear friends, we cannot learn much by consumption, right? We can learn more by creation, right? That's why note everything down. And with that, let us begin the session today, right? By the way, how many of you are excited for the second detox technique, which we are going to discuss today? How many of you are excited? Type E in the chat box if you are excited and ready to know the second detox technique which we are going to discuss. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, introducing the second detox technique, that is diet detox, which means how we are going to detox the body with the right kind of foods by knowing what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat. For the next 3 days, we are going to discuss about the foods that are hurting our body and the foods that can heal your body with the right detox practices. Right? Let's discuss about importance of food in our health. Right? Why is food so fundamentally important to our health, to our body? Right? How many of you have heard of this saying, you are what you eat? I want everyone repeat with me. Say out loud. You are what you eat. But my dear friends, have you ever truly considered the implications of you are what you eat? If you are healthy, it is because of what you eat. If you are having any health issue or any disease, it is because of what you eat. Right? Your diet is the primary way your body receives the nutrients in the form of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. Right? It controls the important things, basic function of your body, repairing your body, detoxing and healing. So think about this. Every time you are eating the food, you are either feeding the disease or curing the disease. As simple as that. How many of you understood it? Type I in the chat box. My dear friends, it's your choice whether you want to create a disease in your body or you want to cure the disease in your body with the choices of foods you eat every single day, right? It's your choice. It's in your hands, right? My dear friends, this is where the traditional medical system failed when it comes to reversing the diseases, right? Particularly the lifestyle diseases, because they are seeing food and medicine are two different things, right? That's why this traditional medical system will always suggest one or the other medication for the health issues or lifestyle diseases, right? That's why if you are someone who is diagnosed with BP, blood pressure, they say you have to take the medication, BP medication throughout your life, right? If you are someone who is suffering from diabetes, sugar, medication throughout the life. Thyroid dysfunction, thyroid is not working properly, medication throughout the life. Even if you have acidity or acid reflux or any digestive problems, they say you need to take the antacids or acid neutralizers throughout your life. My dear friends, even for an elevated cholesterol levels, right? They are not able to reverse it. They suggest the medication, right? Which means they are pushing medication for every lifestyle disease where the source of the disease is the diet and lifestyle, right? My dear friends, if the source of the disease is diet or the food you are eating, what do you think would be the cure of the disease? Yes, you are right. Obviously, modifications in diet and lifestyle, right? So the success of natural healing system in reversing the majority of the lifestyle diseases and chronic health issues is happening because natural healing system look food as a medicine, right? Instead of using the pharmaceutical, chemically made expensive medication, right? What if I told you that many of the health issues we face today, be it digestive problems, chronic fatigue, weakness, even mental health problems or emotional health challenges can be prevented and it can be cured with the right diet modifications? Because natural healing system is not about treating the symptoms, it's about fixing the root causes and allowing your body to heal from inside, right? So what's the role of diet in detoxification, right? My dear friends, the food you eat can become the source of toxins in your body or it can be the source of detox in your body, right? If you eat foods that are highly processed, refined, and packaged with lots of preservatives, it will not leave your body, right? It does not leave your body. What happens if it does not leave your body after some time? It will stay in your body in the form of toxins and affect the functioning of each of the organs, right? On the other hand, if you eat foods that contains fiber, vitamins, minerals, it leaves your body immediately, and that supports the functioning of your body, right? So your body is constantly detoxifying, filtering out the toxins through your liver, kidneys, skin, and lungs, right? However, the effectiveness of this detoxification process is heavily influenced by the food you eat, right? Your diet. Eating a diet rich in antioxidants, fiber, hydration supports these organs in doing their work properly. Whereas eating the processed foods, excess sugar, unhealthy fats stops this process, right? Let's understand what is the biggest mistake people are making that is contributing to the diseases. How many of you are ready to know the biggest mistake we may be making that could be leading to the diseases or health issues? My dear friends, why we eat food? We eat food for enjoying the taste as well as giving essential nutrients for the body to live healthy, right? How many of you agree with me? Type A in the chat box if you agree with me that we eat food to enjoy the taste as well as giving the essential nutrients for the body, right? Food needs to be tasty, right? Because we can't eat leaves, we can't enjoy eating grass, right? We are human beings, we should definitely enjoy the taste, right? But along with that, food should provide the nutrition for the body, because we need different nutrients for the body to function effectively, right? We need protein to build the body, to build the muscles. We need fats to absorb all the important vitamins for the body. And we need some essential vitamins to help all the organs to do their work properly. And we need minerals to help our brain to function effectively, right? But in the modern lifestyle, we made food as only tasty affair without nutrition, right? Nowadays, food means taste. Nobody is actually able to understand or interested in learning what kind of nutrition my body needs. What am I putting in my mouth as a food, right? This is the reason for all the diseases. Because most of us don't know what our body needs, right? We don't have much nutritional experience, right? We did not learn it in our schools, nobody taught us in our colleges, right? Nobody is actually interested in actually teaching you. My dear friends, what happens if you fill kerosene in a diesel car? What happens? Engine gets spoiled and it needs a repair every 20 days, every 15 days. It breaks down and it needs repair, right? Similarly, if you eat food that is lack of essential nutrients that your body needs, your digestive system gets spoiled and it needs a repair. That means you need to go to the hospitals every 3 months, 6 months to cure the health issues, right? My dear friends, what's the solution? Solution is eating consciously and eating nutritious food, right? So how many of you has this question on your mind? Did our previous generation, people from our previous generation focused on nutrition? Did they calculate how much calories they are eating? Did they calculate how much protein they are taking in a day? Did they calculate whether they are actually taking the right vitamins and minerals? How many of you has this question on your mind? Let me know in the chat box. If you are someone who has this question, type I in the chat box, right? So whether our previous generations were actually calculating all these things and they were eating? My dear friends, no, they did not calculate any of these things, because at that time everything was nutritious, because they did not have anything which is refined, processed, and packaged, right? Because of that, they did not eat any of these foods because those were not available, right? Whatever they eat, everything was nutritious. That is the reason why they never have to calculate, right? But in our modern lifestyle, what happened? We are eating food without nutrition, right? We are just refining the foods, we are ultra processing, adding a lot of preservatives. And that is the reason why we need to focus consciously on eating, right? What we are eating, we need to be conscious about the nutrition, right? How many of you agree with me? Let me see who are all the people who can agree with me. Type A in the chat box. Okay. And my dear friends, let me ask you, if food is such an important thing, if diet is very, very important thing, then what is the most important meal of the day? What do you think is the most important meal of the day? Type in the chat box. Okay. Some people says breakfast, some people says lunch, dinner, snacks. Okay. My dear friends, the most important meal in a day is your dinner. What you eat in the dinner and when you eat your dinner is the most important thing for your health, right? So let's understand what is the importance of dinner. Dinner sets the stage for the overnight detoxification in your body, right? What you eat in the dinner decides whether your body is going to detox and eliminate all the waste and toxins in your body, or is it going to accumulate and keep all the toxins in your body, right? So that is why what you eat when you eat the dinner matters the most. And the next one, how many of you suffer from sleep problems? You are not able to sleep properly, you are not able to get the sleep, right? My dear friends, what you eat and when you eat the dinner influence the sleep quality, right? The timings and composition of your evening meal directly impacts your sleep quality and duration, right? We will discuss about it in detail. And let me ask you another question. How many of you have any of these acidity or digestive problems? Type I in the chat box if you are someone who is suffering from acidity or any kind of digestive issues. My dear friends, what you eat in the dinner will have a bigger impact on your digestion and gut health, right? What you eat in the dinner decides whether you are going to suffer from any of these acidity problems, right? Or you are going to come out of these problems. Okay. The next one. How many of you are suffering from stress, anxiety, mood swings, fatigue, low energy? Type I in the chat box. My dear friends, when it comes to mental and emotional well-being, your dinner plays a crucial role, right? That's why people who don't pay attention to what they are eating in the dinner, they are always going to have more stress, more anxiety, more emotional issues, right? So we humans have been living on this planet Earth from millions of years, right? It's been some millions of years of evolution. How many of you noticed that we started seeing majority of these issues, majority of these diseases in the last 50 to 70 years? Did any one of our ancestors, like our grandmothers, grandfather, know all these diseases like blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid, hypothyroid, hyperthyroid, PCOD, fatty liver, asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, migraines, chronic kidney disease, heart strokes, depression, anxiety disorders, Alzheimer disease, Parkinson's disease, hepatitis, polyps, tumors, cancers like breast cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer? My dear friends, how many of you observed that all these different kinds of diseases are appearing? I would say 95% of the diseases we are seeing are appearing in the last 50 to 70 years. How many of you agree with me? My dear friends, for the last 100 years, 500 years, or thousands years, or for that matter, thousands of years, we did not have any antibiotics, any steroids, any painkillers. We did not have vaccines, right? We did not have any kind of medication, right? There were no doctors, no hospitals, no medical insurance policies. Then how did the humans survive on this planet Earth without having all these things for the thousands of years? My dear friends, what is the one technique that protected all the humans from millions of years till the last 70, 80 years from all these diseases and health issues? What is the one technique that is protecting all the animals on this planet Earth from all the illnesses, diseases, and health issues currently? I want you to guess it. Type in the chat box. Everyone, take a guess. What is that one technique? Okay. Let me uncover the secret. My dear Healy family, let me introduce the first component of detox technique. That is having early dinner, right? Eating early dinner is the best detox technique for humans. So far, we have been focusing on what to eat and what not to eat, right? But did you ever ask yourself when to eat? What should be the timing of my last meal or my dinner? My dear friends, most of us neglect the element of when to eat, right? So, how many of you know that all the animals and creatures on this planet Earth falls under two categories? How many? Two categories. Category 1, animals are species who eat during the day and take rest during the night, which means they don't eat during the night. And second category, animals who eat during the night and sleep during the entire day. My dear friends, the only animal on this planet Earth eats day and night continuously without any differentiation. Who is that? Human beings, right? That is why the only species that has hundreds and thousands of health issues to suffer from is human beings, right? So let me ask you a question. How many of you eat dinner late every day? How many of you eat dinner after 8 p.m.? Type I in the chat box. Every day you eat dinner after 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., 9, 9:30, 10. And how many of you eat something after having the dinner? Right? You eat dinner at 8, 8:39, and sometimes you eat something just before going to sleep. My dear friends, the first detox, the first component of diet detox, which we are going to discuss is eat your dinner by 7 p.m. Right? Having early dinner. Because the best natural detox technique given by the nature is having early dinner, right? Complete your dinner by 7 p.m. And let's see what some experts around the world are saying about the early dinner.
Any correction and purification that needs to happen in the body, your stomach needs to be empty. It's very, very important. Otherwise, the purification on the cellular level will not happen. You pile up things and then you have all kinds of problems.
There should be at least a gap of 2 hours between dinner and bedtime. Dinner should be eaten by 7 p.m. ideally. An early dinner allows the body to digest the food efficiently. When we sleep, the healing process in our body starts. But if we eat late at night, there isn't enough time for body to digest the food. And it spends that sleeping time digesting the food rather than repairing the body.
When you eat more early and stop eating at 7 p.m., 3 days later, you're not hungry in the evening.
Researchers found that eating an early dinner and having a long time period between your last meal and sleep were associated with lower breast and prostate cancer risks. Getting in a routine, in a pattern that allows you to have a good night's rest as consistently as possible. And if you're eating at 11 p.m. at night and then just crashing on the couch, that is not, your body does not love that. And so be a nerd. I am. Eat an early dinner. Obviously, sometimes you have night work, and in those nights you do what you. But eat an early dinner. Get to bed at a reasonable time.
Late dinners are more dangerous than you think. Your body needs some time to digest the food you are eating. Having late meal at night can disrupt digestion, make you feel less satisfied, hamper your weight loss, and also make you overeat.
So eating late at night's a very bad move. Not only do you store the fat you eat in the food you eat in the wrong way, like fat, but you also tend to overeat beyond that. If you eat right before bedtime, your brain is saying you're tired, go to sleep, but your intestines are saying stay up. You got to digest the food. And when your hormones aren't working with you, they're automatically working against you. So you deposit the food in the wrong places.
बहुत साधारण सी चीज है जो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, एक अच्छे हेल्थ के लिए जिंदगी में एक छोटी सी चीज आप लोग फॉलो कर लें. आई एम श्योर कि कई लोग करते होंगे. 6:30 बजे के बाद खाना ना खाएं. सबसे बड़ी बात.
My dear friends, why early dinner is an important detox technique? Let's see, right? Early dinner avoids indigestion of food. It helps in elimination of waste and toxins from the body. It helps in repair and recharge of your body, and it starts healing all of your health issues, and it helps you to get the quality deep sleep, right? Let's discuss one by one. So how many of you here are suffering from indigestion, stomach discomfort, acidity, burping issue, constipation, passing of gas? My dear friends, the reason for all of the issues is indigestion, which means your body is not able to completely break down and digest the food, right? And let's see how late dinners leads to indigestion. How many of you know that the most important element in our digestion process, digestion of food, is digestive fire, right? The acids that are being secreted to break down the food. And how many of you know that our digestive fire is highest during the day, and by evening our digestive fire will become weak, right? That's why if you eat anything after sunset, after 7 p.m., after 7:30 p.m., you are not able to digest easily because proper digestive juices are not being secreted in your body, right? That is why there is a lot of indigestion, and that leads to a lot of other issues, right? So early dinner avoids indigestion of food. So that is why if you eat early by 7:30, you will get good amount of digestive juices. That is how your body can actually break down the food properly. When it is broken down, it will be absorbed properly in your body, and that will not let you to create this acidity, bloating, constipation, and all these things, right? And what is the second benefit? Early dinner helps the body to eliminate the waste and toxins, right? Because if you are someone who is suffering from constipation, fatigue, or weakness, understand, if you eat any food which is late or food which is heavy, right, in the night, it will take a lot of time to digest the food because of weak digestive juices, and it leads to constipation because a lot of toxins are being accumulated in your body, right? So late dinners leads to other health issues like feeling laziness, right? Skin problems, smelly sweat, bad breath, and constipation. So these are all the signs that your body has accumulated a lot of toxins. My dear friends, understand, no disease can survive in your body that is clean from inside, right? As simple as that. So if you eat dinner early, your body not only will have the time to digest the food, but it has the time to eliminate the waste and toxins from your body, right? And the third one is early dinner helps the body to repair all the damaged cells and tissues in your body, and it helps in recharging your body with full energy, right? My dear friends, if you always keep your stomach engaged in the process of digestion, when will it get the time to repair, and when will it get the time to recharge, right? Imagine you are working in a company and your boss is not giving you at least 1 day of leave, right? 365 days, all the time throughout the year, you are working. You don't get even a single holiday, right? What should be the state of your mind? What would be the state of your body? Completely drained, exhausted, and burned out, right? Something similar happens to your stomach, right? If it does not get the break from digesting the food, it keeps on digesting, and digesting, and secreting the digestive juices all the day. And over time, because of this over abuse, the stomach becomes faulty and weak, right? When stomach becomes weak, it impacts our entire body and our entire health, right? then you start seeing all the digestive issues like acidity, bloating, constipation, and you start seeing other health issues. Understand this with an example of a tree. When the roots of a tree gets a problem, then the whole tree gets affected, right? Similarly, when your digestive system and your stomach gets faulted and it becomes weak, your gut lining has been damaged and it becomes weak, then your whole health will get impacted, right? We can see the downfall of your health as the time passes. So, dear friends, our body's natural immunity, right? Our body's natural power can only do one thing at a time. Either it can digest the food or it can clean and remove the toxins from the body, right? All the time, if you are keeping your digestive system busy in digesting the food, when will it repair and when will it recharge your body, right? Just like how we need the rest and sleep every day, our digestive system also needs the rest every single day, right? My dear friends, the best cleaner is sitting inside your body, right? All you have to do is giving the time for it to clean and repair, right? And benefit number 4, early dinner helps in getting more healing hours so that it helps the body to heal any health issue, right? How early dinner can heal all the health issues? Let's understand. If you eat dinner by 7 p.m., right, what happens? It will get digested by around 1 a.m. in the morning, right? So you will have 6 healing hours. So from 1 a.m. to around 7:30 a.m., right? You will have 6 healing hours. So what happens if you do it 1 week? My dear friends, you will have 42 cleaning hours, which means 42 healing hours. If you do it for a month, you will have 168 healing hours. My dear friends, if you eat dinner by 7 p.m. for an year, right, you will have 2000 healing hours. This is how we can even cure the cancers, right, by applying this particular technique. If you eat late dinner, you will not get any cleaning hours, which means you will not get any healing hours for the body to heal, right? So the benefits of giving the body the extra cleaning hours is it will start curing all the diseases, including your digestive issues like acidity, acid reflux, bloating, and constipation. So the benefit number 5, early dinner helps you to get into the good quality deep sleep every single day, right? So how many of you here are not able to sleep properly? You have sleep issues, right? When you go to the bed, it takes a lot of time for you to get into the sleep, or you will not be able to get into the deep sleep. You will always turn and twist. In the morning when you wake up, you don't feel fresh, you feel tired, you want to sleep more, right? You do not get that energy, the type of aura which you need to get. My dear friends, let's understand what happens when you eat late. When you eat late, your mind wants to sleep, right? Because you are in the bed, your mind wants to sleep, but your stomach works actively to break down the food and to digest the food, right? Your stomach does not get a break. Imagine you are eating food at 9:30 p.m., okay, and you go to bed at 11 p.m. What happens? Your digestive system is active till 12:30 a.m. or till 1 a.m., right? Because it takes 3 hours of time for the food to leave your stomach, right? It takes at least 3 hours to leave to for the body to actually send the food from the stomach, right? So during these 3 hours, what happens? Even though you want to sleep, but your stomach is active, your digestive system is completely active to break down the food. That is the reason why you are not able to get into the deep sleep, right? Even though you may get into the deep sleep, some people, they eat food, after that they fall asleep, right? But what happens? They think that they are sleeping, but actually they are not getting into the deep sleep, right? You cannot get into the deep sleep while your digestive system is at work, right? That is why it is very, very important to have an early dinner, right? When you have early dinner, it will leave the stomach by the time you go to the bed, right? Most of the the rigorous digestion will happen by the time you go to the sleep, you went to the bed, and you can sleep peacefully. When you hit the bed, within 10, 15, 20 minutes, you will get into the sleep and you will get the deep sleep. And the most important thing is your body gets recharged throughout the night and you will have more energy when you wake up in the morning, right? So in short, my dear friends, early dinner allows your body to digest the food more efficiently and it helps reduce the workload on the digestive system at night and it helps in detox process. And my dear friends, if you do it for a very long time, it starts healing all of our health issues, right? So let's see what are the mistakes we may be making with respect to the dinner. How many of you would like to know the mistakes? Type yum in the chat box if you are someone who would like to know some of the general mistakes we are making. Because of that, we are suffering from these issues. Okay, great. The first thing is eating dinner too late in the evening, right? Many people eat dinner late after 8 p.m., 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10 due to busy work schedules or due to social commitments because your family is eating at the time. Because of that only you have to eat. Or some of the people will have the late night cravings. Because of that late night cravings, you are eating late, right? My dear friends, what are the consequences? Eating late at night can lead to poor digestion and it will increase the risk of acidity, acid reflux, and heartburn as you lay down immediately after eating the food, right? That can cause your stomach acid to flow back till your esophagus, and because of that, you are seeing this burning sensation, irritation, right? And the mistake number two, consuming heavy and high calorie meals in the dinner, right? Some people, their dinner is their heaviest meal of the day, right? With a large portion of high calorie foods, fried foods, heavy sauces, desserts, eating sweets. My dear friends, what happens if you eat heavy dinner? Consuming a heavy meal at night can lead to weight gain because you will produce a lot of insulin. Insulin is a fat storing hormone. So because of that, you will deposit more fat and it can lead to imbalanced blood sugar levels that leads to diabetes, blood pressure, thyroid for certain kinds of people. And for most importantly, because of this poor digestion, it can lead to digestive issues like acidity, constipation, acid reflux, and many other digestive issues, right? And the third mistake which we generally make is eating too quickly or eating by being distracted, right? If you are someone who eats quickly your food, or you watch TV while eating the food, or you are working and eating, or you are using a smartphone while you are eating, what happens? It leads to poor digestion, right? And what happens is if you eat fast, you will end up eating more. You will end up eating overeating because by the time your stomach will trigger the signal, you are already eating more, right? That could lead to weight gain, metabolic issues, digestive issues, right? And the most importantly, if you eat quickly, what happens is you are not actually mixing your food with the saliva. Because of that, you will have the indigestion, right? That leads to bloating, discomfort in your stomach, acid reflux, and many other issues. And the next mistake is not allowing enough time between your dinner and bedtime, right? Going to bed immediately after eating the dinner is the biggest mistake many of the people make, right? Because of that, you will start seeing your acid is coming back and you have this acidity, acid reflux, stomach discomfort, poor digestion, disturbed sleep. For majority of the people, they are not able to sleep properly because body needs time to digest the food before laying down, right? Don't immediately go to bed or don't lay down after eating dinner, right? Just at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes, take a walk, okay, and then maintain at least a gap of 2 hours to 3 hours between your dinner and bedtime, okay? That can help you to efficiently break down the food, improve the digestion, and start reversing all these health issues. My dear friends, the main reason for acidity and digestive problems is having late dinner. What happens? When you have late dinner, it leads to irregular acid secretion, and this irregular acid secretion leads to acidity and acid reflux, right? Let's see a video how it happens.
So I was focusing on the acid reflux. In so many patients, they come in with this omeprazole, pantoprazole, all these acid blocking agents, and we just implement this simple technique, and all of a sudden they don't need any medication.
Yeah, that's very powerful, and that's something that we have seen. That time restricted eating completely changes the gut microbiome. What happens is our stomach actually has a rhythm, daily rhythm, and acid production. So that means, every time we eat, the stomach has to produce acid to digest the food. If you eat the same food late at night, then our stomach produces more acid. It's proportionally more acid. And second thing is the acid actually comes up, and then our mouth, our saliva, neutralizes that acid. But at night, we're programmed to reduce saliva production, because unless we reduce saliva production, we'll be drowning in our sleep. So we have less saliva production to neutralize the acid. And if we eat more food late at night, then we produce more acid. And then the third thing that happens is our GI tract actually goes to sleep. So that means a small intestine doesn't move that much. The food just stays in the stomach.
Right.
So that's, I think, one reason why if we eat late, then we have more acid reflux.
I can tell you from my patient experience as well, right? So, not only in terms of the medications, the biggest problem that people are doing in terms of heartburn is that they go to sleep right after they eat, and mainly they are having at bedtime. So the first thing that we always do is to do not eat late at night. That is the number one thing that is written on the GERD handout that we give. But people don't focus on that, and people go directly to the medications. Okay, omeprazole 20 milligram daily. Okay, how much should I take? How much should I take? But anyway, so in my personal experience, I can tell you that I have been implementing this technique to all my GI patients, not only with GERD, fatty liver, big time, and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome.
So, my dear friends, so far we understand when to eat, right? Why we should have early dinner. And now, how many of you would like to know what to eat in the dinner to get the complete detox and to prepare your body for the healing? How many of you would like to know? I in the chat box. Let me see who are all the people who are actually following it, and they are curious to follow it from tomorrow onwards, and they would like to know exactly what to eat. Okay, great. And my dear friends, let me share the general detox dinner protocol. Okay, this is the general protocol. So option 1, okay, there are 4 options. Number 1, option 1, if you are someone who can strictly follow the detox diet plan to get the complete detox, then you can opt for this option, which is having fruit dinner, right? Eat any 2 fruits out of this combination, because all these 6 fruits are actually tried and tested when it comes to people who are suffering from acidity and digestive problems, right? Because these foods are actually, all these 6 fruits are actually balances the stomach acids. They have the property of balancing the stomach acids, reducing the inflammation, and repairing your stomach lining, right? That is why I have clearly chosen these 6 fruits. You can take any fruit if it is suitable for you, right? But these are the 6 fruits that are actually more effective when it comes to detoxing your body and detoxing your digestive system, right? Okay. And the only people who should not follow this particular option is people who are suffering from type 2 diabetes. If you are someone who is suffering from diabetes, taking a lot of medication, right? Those are the people who should not opt for this. Otherwise, everyone can actually choose this option. Everyone can follow this particular protocol to get the maximum detox. Okay. Yeah. And the next one, option 2. If you are someone who cannot just depend on the fruits, you can follow vegetable dinner, which means you can have a bowl of vegetable soup. Okay, along with that, you can add number of vegetables, right? Boiled vegetables are actually better. So if you are someone who is not suffering from IBS, or who does not have any lower digestive problems like ulcerative colitis, lactose intolerance, celiac disease, so you can have a salad as well. Okay, you can take any one or two fruits, maybe tomatoes, maybe some of the salads you can take. But if you are someone who is sensitive towards it, you can just remove it. So the best thing to do is making vegetable soup and adding bit more vegetables. Okay, and so these are some of the alternatives. You can create vegetable soups, you can add different kinds of vegetables, you can make a smoothie out of vegetables. So there are different types of options which you can find. And what is the third option? If you are someone who needs little time to adjust to the light dinners, you can go for this option, that is taking oatmeal. Okay, so steel cut oats you can take and you can make a meal out of it, and you should add 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, soaked chia seeds. Okay, this is something which can help you to detox your body, to repair your digestive system, right? And if you are someone who does not have oats, right, you cannot prepare it right away, you can go for 1 cup of curd rice. Okay, little bit, don't overeat. So 1 cup of curd rice is very much helpful when it comes to detoxing your body in the early dinner. Okay, if you want, you can add at least 1 fruit along with that. Okay, so don't worry about eating fruits after 6 p.m, right? So many people think that eating fruits after 6 p.m is not recommended. Generally it is not recommended over a period of lot of time. But if you are in this detox journey, if you are in the healing journey, if you want to reverse your diseases, then it is must and should, right? Nothing happens. You can eat fruit. If you eat early dinner by 7:30, you can eat a fruit, and you can eat curd rice. Okay, and it is very important to add chia seeds, which means sabja seeds, right? Both are different, chia seeds and sabja seeds. If you do not have chia seeds, you can use sabja seeds, but make sure that they should be soaked for at least 1 to 2 hours. Okay, minimum. If you soak it for 3 hours, then it would be great. Okay, you can add along with that meal. And if you are a non-vegetarian, you can take boiled eggs, 2 boiled eggs or 1 omelette. Okay, along with the fruit. That would be the best detox diet plan for you, for the dinner diet plan for you. And option 4, if you are someone who cannot change your dinner immediately, right? Maybe because of your practical reasons, you cannot change your dinner. The final option is you can eat the same dinner, whatever you are eating currently, but you have to complete it by 7 p.m, which means adopt the early dinner. That's it. Okay, and along the way, maybe during the next 3 days, 4 days, you can start switching to these other options, like option 1, fruit dinner, option 2, vegetable dinner, or option 3, full dinner with oatmeal or curd rice. Okay, you can go for any of these alternatives. So how to make oatmeal? So we have a clear detailed video, we are going to share it in the group as well. Okay, don't worry how to make it, and don't make it complicated. So here we have shown you the best way are adding more ingredients. Don't try to add too many ingredients. If you want to make it simply, you can make it, okay, very easily.
Oatmeal. Let's see the process. I'm using steel cut oats to prepare oatmeal rather than rolled oats. These are completely different from rolled oats, and let's see how it look alike. These are similar to wheat. They look like similar to wheat grains, but these are not wheat grains. I'm taking 1 cup of steel cut oats and I'm adding 5 to 6 cups of water into it. Let it soak for at least 5 to 8 hours for better absorption of fiber, and they are easy to cook if you soak it for 5 to 8 hours. And drain this water and fill with fresh water. Let it cook for at least 20 minutes, minimum 20 minutes to 25 minutes on a low flame. Stir it occasionally because the grains attach at the bottom of the pan. Mix it well. Meanwhile, we're going to prepare the mixture of chia seeds and flax seeds powder. For this, I'm using 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, and I'll make this into a powder form. Let's see. This is how we have to do to this consistency. And let us add this mixture into the oatmeal. Mix it well. Look at this consistency. Till this consistency, you have to cook. And now add the chia seeds and flax seeds powder. With this, you will get good quality fiber and good quality omega-3s, which is helpful in reducing the inflammation. And yeah, look at that. Slowly, the excess water will be absorbed by the chia seeds. Chia seeds has that capability. And for sweetness, we have to prepare a mixture of dates and raisins. These should be soaked for at least 30 minutes. You can use any sweetener other than these two also, but our recommendation is to use soaked raisins and soaked dates. It is better for the people who are having diabetes also, but the sweetness should be minimal. And look at that mixture. I have added little bit of water for blending. Now I'm adding it into the oatmeal. Slowly pour into the mixture and mix it well for better absorption. Even the excess water, whatever is there, it will be absorbed by the chia seeds. We can keep this oatmeal in the freeze. And meanwhile, we have to soak the nuts and seeds. Whatever the nuts and seeds you have, you can soak them. And look at this. I have added apricot, walnuts, almonds, cashew nuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, and cashew nuts, pistas. You can add whatever the nuts and seeds you have. It is better for dinner and breakfast and lunch.
Okay, so don't get overwhelmed with this process. Okay, you can make it a little simpler, right? We are going to share the resources with you. If you have any doubts regarding that, my team is going to helpful for you. Leave your message in the group, WhatsApp group. Okay. So some of the people are asking, can I add milk in the oats? Okay. So already I told you during these 10 days, you should completely avoid the milk. Okay. So milk is something which is little inflammatory for majority of the people. You cannot get detox by consuming milk, right? So that is why I asked you to switch to the green tea or black coffee, even in the tea and coffee as well. So don't add milk. So what are the alternatives? My team is going to help you, okay, regarding that. Okay. And the strict rule is no carbs, no processed foods, no packaged foods in the dinner for the next 10 days, right? Which means no rice, no wheat, roti, or any kind of grains. Because grains are the hardest to digest, and grains creates a lot of inflammation in the body, right? So if you continue to consume grains, you will not get the detox, right? So even the millets also, right? Millets are good, but not in the detox process. In the detox process, we want you to depend on mostly vegetables or fruits or at least oats, because oats contains a lot of fiber and it is very helpful for the digestive health, right? That is why only that is recommended. Okay. And post dinner, okay, after having early dinner, even before just going to sleep, 10, 15, 20 minutes before going to sleep, you can have a detox tea, any of the detox teas, okay, which you select. And these are some of the alternative detox teas which I am saying you can have just before going to sleep. People who are suffering from acidity, acid reflux, GERD, right? They can use the chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is very much helpful in reducing the inflammation, and it soothes your esophagus lining, right? That is how it is very much effective. And people who are suffering from gastritis, right? Inflammation in the stomach, stomach ulcers, peptic ulcers, stomach lining damage, right? If you have any of these problems, you have to use licorice tea, right? DZL, that helps to restore the stomach lining and to improve the mucosal layer. And if you are someone who is suffering from burping issue, the better detox tea you can take before going to sleep is fennel teas. right? Fennel tea, detox tea, right? It reduces bloating and gas. And if you are someone who is suffering from indigestion, bloating and gas, you can use the peppermint tea, right? Peppermint can soothe your digestive system, and it will help you to produce some right digestive enzymes that will help you to reverse the bloating and gas. Okay. And if you are someone who is suffering from constipation, ginger tea or taking the triphala in the water, okay, that can help you to relieve these constipation symptoms. And if you are someone who is suffering from IBS, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, or most of these lower digestive problems, you can take aloe vera juice, but not the tea. You can take just half glass, maybe 100 ml of aloe vera juice, okay, 100 to 150 ml diluted with the water, okay, that you can take, or you can take chamomile tea. Okay, so during the winter, I recommend chamomile tea. So if it is summer and normal days, you can take aloe vera juice. Okay, aloe vera juice, you can take it during the day also. Okay, and practical issues. So if you are someone who would like to switch to the early dinner, what are the practical issues you may be facing? Number one, what if I feel hungry at the night, right? People, when you eat early dinner by 11, 11:30, when you are going to sleep, you feel hungry, right? My dear friends, body takes time to adjust, right? So you will see these type of hunger pangs maybe in the initial 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, right? After that, your body will be habituated. You will create a new pattern. Till then, if you want to consume, the best thing to do is taking the herbal tea. If you feel hungry, take the herbal tea. Or if you don't feel like taking the herbal tea, you can take coconut water. Okay. Or you can take buttermilk, a small glass of buttermilk. If in case, if you are someone who cannot go with the liquids, okay, initially it would be very difficult for you to go with the liquids, you can take a light fruit like papaya, okay, fully ripened papaya. Papaya is the best thing to take at that time, okay, but these are not recommended. These are only recommended when you, if you cannot maintain that. Okay, my dear friends, understand, any new habit you would like to adopt, okay, it takes time. Do it consistently for 1 week. From 8th day onwards, you won't feel this hunger pangs, or you won't feel these kind of symptoms, because human body takes time to adapt, and allow your body that time to adapt, right? And how to manage if I come late from the office? If you are someone who is coming very late from the office, try to come by little early. But if it is not practicable for you, try to make some light and easy to digest dinners, right? One thing is, you can carry any of these fruits along with you in the morning, right? Or you can make a vegetable soup, any light dinner, and you can carry it with you. You can take it early dinner, even in the office itself. Okay, that is very important thing. And if you are someone who goes to outside, right? Or if your dinner is not prepared by 7 p.m., what you can do is, you can have any of these things. That is why I want you to carry any of these fruits. You can carry apples or bananas or certain fruits, okay, or you can carry dry fruits like raisins and dates along with you, so that you don't have to wait for someone to prepare the dinner. Or if you are outside, you don't get the, you will get the cravings, right, to eat in the restaurants and outside, you can beat the cravings by carrying these things. That is why from tomorrow onwards, if you go outside, if you go to office, carry certain things with you, right? And get your dinner prepared by morning. If you go to office, you can prepare your dinner and you can refrigerate. Okay, and make sure you maintain at least 3 hours of gap between dinner time and bedtime, right? That is also very important. If you are completing your dinner by 7, 7:30, make sure that you are going to bed by 10, 10:30, 11. Okay, and particularly people who are suffering from acid reflux, it is very, very important to maintain that gap. Okay, and the one of the common challenge which I hear is, what if my family is eating late, right? My family eats at 9, 9:30. How can I eat early, right? We have to eat together, right? My dear friends, if you have a health issue, it is very important to take care of your health, right? So that is why I want you to have a conversation with your family members, because I believe that your family members doesn't like you suffering from these health issues, right? So I feel that they will definitely understand, and also try to make sure that they understand and they also adopt this habit, because this is not only for the people who are suffering from issues, this is for the people who want to maintain the good health, right? Instead of you go to their side, just request, ask, explain, and ask them to get into your way, right? And my dear friends, understand, every change you want to make, right, it needs consistency, right? Don't immediately jump into like creating massive changes. If you are someone who is eating at 10:30, 10, don't suddenly jump into like eating 6:30 p.m., right? Making little changes, eat by 8 p.m., right? And then after 5 days, eat by 7:37, like that. Make little changes to make sure that it is sustainable for a very long time, right? And if you are someone who is eating dinner at 8:39, right, you can actually make sure that you eat by 7:30, and slowly you can make it 7, right? Make any change that is in a very sustainable way. And my dear friends, this is the most powerful habit that can give your body the power to heal. Okay, so that is why, what is tomorrow's challenge? Tomorrow your challenge is to eat dinner by 7 p.m, early dinner, and post your pic in the activity group. I want each and every one of you to post your pic without miss, right? And this is the roadmap for the day. So morning, if you wake up at 6 a.m, 2 glasses of water, and at 6:30 you can have a detox juice, 7 a.m you can have a detox tea, and after that you can have your breakfast. Whether you have breakfast or not, it's up to you. What breakfast you eat, it's up to you. I did not discuss about the breakfast, right? And after 2 hours of gap at 10 a.m you can have a detox tea if you want, otherwise you can have a glass of water. And at 1 p.m you can have your lunch, okay? And then 3 p.m 1 glass of water, 4 p.m 1 glass of water, 5 p.m if you want you can have a detox tea, and you can continue the water. At around 7:30 you need to complete your dinner, and before going to sleep you can have a detox tea, okay, at 10 p.m. If you do not have a detox tea, it is not prepared, you can sometimes you can have buttermilk also, but try to maintain the detox tea, okay? And this is the day planner, so I want each and every one of you to plan your next day, okay? What you are going to have, right from your water intake to detox teas and detox tea, detox juice, and then lunch, dinner, okay? Everything you have to plan in advance. And some general frequently asked questions: what if I feel discomfort after having detox juices and detox tea, what should I do? So some of you, if you suddenly start taking detox juice or detox tea, you may feel little discomfort, but don't worry. Yesterday I told you, do it for 2 to 3 days. Still if you feel discomfort, okay, switch to the another one, okay? Don't worry, for most of the people these are suitable. And what if I'm losing weight or I'm already underweight? My dear friends, in this detox period, during these 10 days, definitely you will lose some weight, because we are doing the detox process. Our objective is to eliminate the excess waste and toxins from your body, right? So you will lose little weight. If you are already underweight, don't worry. In the healing journey, we are going to help you how to slowly gain weight, okay, healthy weight over a period of time. But during these 10 days, don't worry, okay? Do the practices, because reversing your health issues, reversing your digestive problems is more important than weight, okay, for the next 10 days. That's why don't worry, okay? Slowly you will gain weight over a period of time during the healing journey. And how long should I take early dinner? My dear friends, to cure your health issues, you can continue this till you reverse your health issues. But if you want to prevent any health issues in the future, if you want to live healthy and happy forever, you can continue this habit throughout the life, okay? And what if I feel hungry? I told you. So these are the alternatives for certain days. If you feel hungry, these are the alternatives you can take. And some of you may ask, what about my medication? Should I continue my medication like antacids, PPAs, or any kind of other medication, or should I discontinue? So I told you, okay, you have to do the experiment, okay, by practicing. If you adapt to all these detox practices, maybe you can slowly reduce the medication, okay. Check it for yourself, or if you need help, my team is going to help you, right? Leave a voice message or leave a text message. My team will help you by understanding your body type and symptoms, okay, based on that. And can I drink milk before sleep? So most people have the habit of drinking milk before sleep, or adding turmeric and drinking turmeric milk before sleep. That is something which you should completely avoid, right? Drinking milk before sleep is not the best thing to do, especially when you have a health issues, because for most of the Indians, I would say 80 to 85% of the Indians, consuming milk is inflammatory, and especially if you consume it in the night, it creates a lot of digestive issues, right? It may be suitable for very few people who are very much healthy, who have the best digestive process, best digestive system, right? They have the physical activity. So for those people it may be suitable, but for vast majority of the people, drinking milk before sleep is not recommended. Completely avoid milk for these 10 days, okay. And can you share the recipes? Don't worry, we are going to share the notes and recipes along with you, okay. And can I eat ragi bajra instead of oats? Some of you may feel that I don't have oats, can I eat any millets or any other alternatives? So I would say no, okay, for most of the people, because if you want to practice this detox perfectly, no. But if you want to switch from normal dinner to at least little change, then you can start taking. But over a period of time, I want you to slowly reduce the dependency on any kinds of grains or millets or any kind of these things, okay. The only thing you can take is oats, okay. And what if I am diabetic? If you are someone who is diabetic, so you have to make this early dinner little consciously. If you are pre-diabetic, or if your diabetes is very early stage, you can start this early dinner. But if you are too much dependent on medication or insulin, okay, don't follow the early dinner right away. Just consult your nutritionist. You will have a consultation call, right? So your nutritionist will help you what to eat, okay. So you can adopt the oatmeal, you can adopt the curd rice. The third option you can adopt immediately, but over a period of time, just take the advice of your nutritionist, okay. And regarding the consultation calls, I think from today onwards, we have started the consultation calls. So click on the calendar, okay. In case if you want to have a consultation call from tomorrow onwards, you can book the consultation call, okay. My team is going to share the link, and try to get the blood reports, okay. Only if you have blood reports, then only just book the consultation call. If you do not have it, try to get the blood reports in another 2 days 3 days without miss, okay. Because we will be having this consultation call over a period of next 5 to 6 days, okay. Yeah, that's it for the day. How many of you are ready to take the challenge? Okay, how many of you are ready for the challenge? Type C in the chat box. Okay, ready, wonderful. And how many of you find this particular session valuable? Type valuable in the chat box and share your feedback about the session. Did you learn something which is useful, which is valuable for the last 1 hour? Okay, most of you are saying valuable, very useful. I will practice it from tomorrow onwards. It will help us a lot. Okay, valuable, very, very much valuable. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Highly valuable, wonderful, great. I'm so happy to know this. Wonderful. I will try my level best, definitely. Okay, great. And if you have any doubt, okay, leave a voice message or a chat message in the WhatsApp group. Okay, I'll be reading all the questions and I'll be answering all the questions with you. Okay, and enjoy. Have a great day. Have a great sleep ahead. And tomorrow, start your day with high energy, and don't forget to attend the morning wellness session. That is very, very important, right? My team is sharing that some of you are not taking the morning session seriously, right? I want you to take the morning session very seriously for the next 10 days, right? Because following the diet, understanding all this education is wonderful, but if you don't practice it, if you don't include certain other lifestyle practices in your life, what happens is your results will get delayed. right? So that is why it is very, very important to maintain that. Okay, great. Yeah, what's the time in the morning? Morning between 6:30 to 7 a.m. Okay, you will have a wellness session. Great. I'll see you tomorrow. All the very best.